What's up, team? Massive spoiler warning here for Chapter 5, and especially its weird route. If you haven't seen Chapter 5, period, or haven't seen the weird route, go play it, or at least watch it. I'm not summarizing anything. Don't blame me if you spoil yourselves in T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That being said, Chapter 5's weird route shows us, the angel, dragging ourselves into hell, and we know that because of Jevil, who parallels WD Gaster. I had this epiphany on a live stream. You can check out the VOD if you want. Tell me to grow wings, and let's fly out of this stupid town! Noelle as an angel candidate died down a long while ago, especially after Chapter 4's symbolism of the Holiday Mansion, and through prophecy panels, the player ourself has become a much more popular and sensible candidate. I don't disagree with Player Angel even now, but then why does Noelle harken back to her angel-like qualities for the first time since Chapter 2? The last time she mentioned growing wings like this was during the Ferris wheel scene with Susie in Cyberworld, and then she got her ass crucified on Queen's hand, biblical style. Pretty on-the-nose angelic Noelle characterization, but Player Angel slowly became and still is the most logical answer for who the angel is. How could Noelle still be the angel after all these years? Noelle can be the angel because Noelle isn't Noelle anymore. A Noelle is just a Noelle. She wants to be more like Chris, who isn't Chris anymore. Chris is not themselves because they act upon our will, the angel's will. And since Chapter 4's weird route, the angel's influence, our influence, has spread to Noelle, symbolized by the red dot. That isn't to say we're directly controlling Noelle in Chapter 5. That would defeat the whole point of that scene. Noelle has a newfound sense of agency, whether it's actually her own agency or not. And that agency is disturbing because she built it up from seeing how we changed Chris. Believing that Chris has changed for the better, she wants to be like her friend, without knowing that it isn't her real friend, but us, the angel. Noelle indirectly does what she does in Chapter 5 because of the angel's influence. The red dot and the red crack merely show this influence, not direct control. Why emphasize Noelle's angelic status in this scene? What is there that has to do with the prophecy or religious subtext period here besides that one mention of growing wings? All I'm seeing here is two teenagers drowning themselves. Upon drowning themselves, though, where do they end up? This side B screen, is it the depths? Is it even depths adjacent? Most definitely. Foreshadowed by the sword route's unlock method in Chapter 3, and her game-breaking tendencies in the Spam and Sweepstakes, Noelle has performed a real-life boundary break after seeing what the weird route entailed. The depths is somewhere characters aren't supposed to go, to say the least. The only person we've directly spoken to from the depths is WD Gaster himself. Then what is the depths? I don't think we can fully answer that. The only person who I believe dared to try had to cumulatively do it for 10 hours, but we do know what's in the depths, at least partially. The depths are the underbelly of the roaring itself. Jevil tells us that soon hell's roar bubbles from the depths. The roaring, quote, bubbles from the depths, implying that it comes up from somewhere and behaves like liquid. Flowery reinforces this, saying that, quote, something terrible is stirring under the town. If the roaring comes up in a liquid bubbling, then Hometown's lake, for all intents and purposes, is our easiest access point to the roaring itself. Then what is the roaring? Jevil doesn't just tell us its location in that line, but also its nature. The roaring is hell's roar, bubbling from the depths. The roaring comes from hell. Whether the depths and hell are synonymous, or if Deltarune's hell is only part of the depths, is unclear, but regardless, the roaring comes from hell. As we just established, Hometown's lake is the most direct access we currently have to the roaring, thus, the lake is our first gateway into hell itself. This makes Chapter 5's weird route somehow even more terrifying and brings its religious subtext to the forefront, both in-game with the prophecy and real-life religions. The prophetical angel is voluntarily descending into the prophetical hell. Whether fallen angels are in the prophetical Deltarune is unclear, but this definitely sounds like the real concept of fallen angels, which are former biblical angels cast out of heaven for contributing to humanity's sin. Take Satan, for example, probably the easiest, most well-known example of a fallen angel. For giving Eve the forbidden fruit, Satan was cast out of heaven and became a fallen angel. Does this make Noelle a fallen angel? Does this make us a fallen angel? Noelle is very purposeful in dragging us down to hell, as once again her twisted sense of agency is key in this scene. If hell is related or maybe even synonymous with the depths, then the existence of Deltarune's hell is forbidden knowledge. With her twisted sense of newfound agency, Noelle is pushed to explore. Whether she actually knows it or not, Noelle feels this strong desire to see the other side of the lake. She feels compelled to get closer to the truth that is the existence of hell. This already makes us a fallen angel, as our influence is what made Noelle like this, but Noelle's insatiable need to see what's out there makes her qualify as one too. Whether a second angel or part of a collective that is the angel, Noelle has fallen alongside us. Why did we and Noelle become fallen angels both prophetically and traditionally? We can look to Noelle's own words for the answer. If you tell me to, I can do anything. I can do anything. A mantra we have heard since Deltarune Chapter 1. Jevil exclaims, I can do anything again and again, and he is punished for that mentality. He has extensive knowledge on the same forbidden topic of hell that Noelle seeks. He is the reason we even have that connection of the lake to the roaring, to hell. Sean lets us know that the reason Jevil was locked away was because he accessed this knowledge and was talking about it like a crazy person, and a very careful choice is made to lock Jevil in the deepest part of Card Castle. Jevil, believing he had limitless freedom, chased and was given forbidden knowledge and was sentenced to the deepest parts of the Card Kingdom as a result. By all accounts, he reflects and foreshadows we and Noelle becoming fallen angels. Now, I made jokes about Jevil's future significance before. I thought it was funny. I thought it was for hype or points. I wasn't going to talk about this guy at length again because my points would get repetitive. If the roaring happens, Jevil happens. I still believe that to be true. But never in 1,000 years would I expect him to be this relevant to the deepest, darkest part of Deltarune. I never dreamed of Jevil foreshadowing and tying into teenagers drowning themselves in the pursuit of knowledge. Of course, Jevil was always in that pursuit of knowledge himself, and he seemingly got what he was looking for. Once he did, he would not see anybody besides himself for a long, long time. That common thread between the tragedies of Noelle and Jevil, the pursuit of knowledge, is key. What motivated their pursuit was the belief that they could do anything, that they could not only find the secrets of the world, but harness them. Jevil harnesses Deltarune's truths for his own comfort, and Noelle wishes to harness them so that she can live with herself. In this case, the pursuit of the knowledge is the truth about the dark, hell's roar, and whatever that entails. The pursuit of knowledge about the darkness itself is what drives angels to fall from grace.
You gotta be kidding.
Gaster was after the same thing as Jevil, and the same thing as Noelle. By God, Jevil is the missing link. It's been under our noses the entire time. Andrew Cunningham was on the money all the way back in 2023 with his video analyzing the possible presence of Gaster's theme in basically every track in chapters 1 and 2. In that video, he claims that Jevil's The World Revolving is basically Gaster's Big Bad Fight theme. This is for a load of musical similarities between it and the Freedom motif, and while compelling, I never believed it myself. If you would like to know the intricacies yourself, please go watch that video, it's very good. But Cunningham was right the entire time. Like he said, it was under our noses. Jevil parallels Gaster not just through his musical leitmotifs, but through his character. Full stop. Jevil is our glimpse into the result of Gaster's own scientific pursuit of knowledge. That I can do anything mentality carried him to research outside of the bounds of Undertale's world, and for that, he was cast into obscurity, just like Jevil. And more than likely, just like Noelle and Chris, entry number 17, Gaster's last surviving entry is him discovering the existence of dark worlds where he wasn't supposed to. resulting in that fatal accident that famously shattered him across time and space. Considering Gaster's role in Deltarune, he was likely trying to achieve some kind of godhood by trying to get on our level as players. He wanted a piece of that forbidden knowledge pie. This is what puts him in the same boat as Noelle and as Jevil, and what makes him a fallen angel. Reading Gaster as a fallen angel puts his ties to Satan into perspective. For those who came in late, Gaster is heavily associated with the number 666, the number of the beast. For years, even before Deltarune's release in Undertale itself, this has tied Gaster with the devil, and those connections have only gotten stronger with each passing chapter, but for all this time, we've never known why. We've known that the connection between Gaster and the devil is blatantly there, but not why it's there in the first place. But now, we finally know why. Like how Jevil pursued knowledge for comfort, and how Noelle pursued knowledge for her own sanity. Gaster pursued knowledge for the sake of scientific achievement, and for that, he was punished just as Satan was punished for sparking the first sin. Gaster himself is a fallen angel in an incredibly direct way, as he tried to become the angel. This isn't just me randomly attributing Jevil's character to Gaster for the sake of his aura either. Like I already said, we're past this being a joke. It's genuinely horrifying for the future of the game. Not only does Jevil thematically parallel Gaster, but he parodies Gaster's status as Satan. Again, this really feels like it's been under our noses the entire time. I mean, it's in his name, for crying out loud. Gaster's the devil. Jevil is meant to invoke Joker and devil. How much more on the nose could you get here? And this fucker Jevil laughs about it, man. So Noelle parallels Jevil parallels Gaster. Jevil proves that Noelle has dragged the angel into hell and parallels Gaster's own similar fall from grace. All characters saw outside the bounds of their respective worlds in one way or another for some type of gain, and the price is being forced down into hell, with Cardcastle's basement symbolizing that for Jevil. What does that actually mean, though? It's fun to make these connections. Noelle parallels Jevil parallels Gaster. And for me, figuring out that mantra has been eye-opening as is, but what does and what will it actually mean for anything? I think this triple parallel concept is very malleable, as anything dealing with religion is, but my current idea is this. Noelle, Jevil, and Gaster all show different phases of the, what I'm going to call the I can do anything pipeline. Noelle has just had the epiphany that she can do, quote, anything, and we see her act upon it in real time. Jevil had the realization a long time ago, and we get to see what's done to him since then. He shows the direct effects of the isolation that comes with Deltarune's forbidden knowledge of hell. While Jevil fully embraces the mentality, he can still leave his cell if you defeat him. That further shows the effects of the forbidden fruit, as Jevil keeps his chaotic nature through and through, even if he's not free. I guess free, but not free, in his perspective. While it seemingly takes a long time to reach Jevil's point of delusion, he still shows the midpoint of having the same epiphany as Noelle, that he can do anything. Finally, Gaster shows the total endpoint. While Gaster does fully embrace the mentality like Jevil, he takes things one step further by refusing to sit with the idea. If Jevil comfortably remains in his cell believing that he is the only free one, then Gaster uses his belief of personal freedom to actively achieve his goals. While he has already fallen into hell, the depths, Gaster is not done yet. He won't let himself be done. Deltarune is his second attempt at achieving our status as the angel. After all, the devil is evil personified, God's direct adversary. Gaster, whether he shows it or not, is not on our side. For the same reason he fell into hell before, he is climbing his way out. When and how it will happen, I don't know. But eventually, Gaster won't need us anymore. Our connection to Deltarune is solely to fulfill his own dream of reaching heaven. With this idea of a timeline in mind, Jevil may be on track to do the same in some way. Sham does mention that it was better to deal with Jevil back in Chapter 1, rather than, quote, deal with him later, implying that the clown will eventually stand in our way. Considering we're probably done with the Card Kingdom Dark World as a whole, this implies that Jevil would, for some reason, go out of his way to finally leave his cell and block our path, assuming we haven't fought him. This lines up with Noelle too. In Chapter 5, she already goes against our wishes with the false autonomy she's built up in her head. If you try telling her to stop, she will eventually tell herself to proceed instead. Something that she notes we are supposed to do. Noelle is already approaching the point of not needing us anymore. And with Jevil's place in this huge parallel in mind, we may even end up as just another enemy to her. That is what this insane connection means for Deltarune. Even with our immense power as the angel, we ultimately will not be needed. We are a means to an end. Our purpose is to drive the story forward, to yield results, and once our work has done so efficiently, we will not be needed anymore. Considering how late we are into Deltarune as a whole, this could straight up just be how the game ends in Gaster's case. He's just done. We've been all used up. Nothing more to see. This builds up Chapter 7's weird route to be even more terrifying than we could ever imagine. Not only will Gaster cast us aside as is, that's a guarantee in all routes possibly, but what happens when our only other agent, Noelle, doesn't need us either? In our last moments in the crumbling world of Deltarune, will we be alone? Will we be alone with no one but ourselves? Will we only be able to stare at ourselves through the reflection of our blank screens? Will Chris even accompany us? Will we even be spoken to? Will we get any more choices? Will we have to, for once, watch from the sidelines as the world expires? It's not up to us. It's up to those who think like Jevil. It's up to Noelle now. Ultimately, it's up to Gaster. Because they can do anything. With that, wait, no. Get, my dog has gotten up. My dog's, okay, get Papyrus out of the background. This shit is too scary, too serious for Papyrus to be in the back of the outro. We need something more spooky. There we go. Thank you all for watching. Absolutely thank you all for watching. And also, actually just as recording this, we have hit 8,038 subscribers, bro. I get fucking repetitive. I don't know what to say anymore. We're just barreling through it, dude. We're barreling through it. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I say the same thing every time. Like, thank you. Imagine all the people fit in a room. I say the same thing every time. I don't know how to not be repetitive anymore. Y'all are going nuts. Y'all are going fucking nuts. Thank you. Just thank you. Damn it, thank you. We gotta keep it going, fellas. So you know the drill. Subscribe. Subscribe. Join the Discord server as well. It's linked below. Also, I keep forgetting to say it. I put it in the picture, but I always forget to say it. Submit fan mail if you so choose. And speaking of fan mail, the info card will be up there for how many seconds before the video ends. Hopefully. My ass better do it right sometime. I feel like most of the time I try and do it, and it gets put at the very start for some reason. I don't know what goes wrong. I don't know what happens. Info cards are the stupidest thing ever. But yeah, just thank you all, man. And please, challenge in the comments, bro. But let's just all be civil. I don't really make, I think the only like theory thing, actually, I think my first ever 2 Deltarune videos were like quote unquote theory things. But they weren't that good. Those videos suck ass. Although the one still holds up. We were right in 2018. That one actually, like, dude, it's actually kinda right. But they're not good. And my only like good theory video, I'd say, because I don't really like doing it. But this time I had to say something. I had to speak up because I'm scared. This is, you can call it his aura 3. I'm not calling it his aura 3. I wasn't going to make it his aura 3. This is, because this is dead serious. Anyway, subscribe. Join the Discord server. Fan mail if you so choose. I would appreciate it. Speaking of that, we do have fan mail. We have another piece from Milky Toast. So, that guy, plus fan mail viewers, go up there. Subscribe, Discord server. Fan mail if you so choose. Bench in basement, bind it, buy a NARB. Fan mail viewers, get the hell over.